Okay, this might be a little bit of a long-winded video here, but I got a lot to cover. Look at this 2018 Chevy Cruze, fully loaded. You throw the key in the center console, push a button to start it, satellite radio, sunroof, everything. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, my new Grammar seats came in. See, full suspension. Well, you can't see it move now, but when I'm on it, it moves up and down. Armrests, full suspension. I cannot wait to ride that thing now. And as if that wasn't enough, I bought two of them. Full Grammar suspension seat on the MT now as well. Here are, oh, piece of the hardware. Here are the other seats. This one here is the one that was on the MT. This seat is a year old. Now remember, the mower sat all winter for like 6 months and wasn't used. So it was used for like 4 months. The thing's still in perfect condition. This one here came on the B when I ordered the mower from the factory in October and then sat all winter. This thing has been used for about 2 months. So that is brand new. They are both the comfort seats. This is the leather comfort seat. This is the canvas comfort seat. That's what Walker switched to. Okay, I can't remember exactly. I want to say this one was like 400 and this one's like 300. I can't remember exactly, but what I'll do is I'll figure out what I paid for them. I'll look in my receipts and then I'll tell you guys what I want for them. Now, before anybody starts going nuts, oh yeah, new sticker for this mower here. Goes on the side there. But anyway, me. What do I want for these seats? Will I sell them these seats? I already have like 10 people that contacted me last time when I mentioned I was getting the Grammar seats that want these seats, okay? So be patient. The first 2 people that contacted me, I already told them I'll let them know when I get these seats and what I want for them, and we'll see if we can work a deal. They're the first 2 because they were the first 2 that contacted me. So I will go down through the list of the few people that contacted me, and I will, I'll start with the first 2 and I'll give them my price to say this is, you want it or not. And it isn't going to be, oh, I'll let you know in a week. It's going to be right now when I contact you. Do you want it or not? Right now. If you don't answer me, done. Going to the next person on the list. So before you guys start contacting me, just so you know, all the hardware is already in that seat. The other seat there, all of the hardware is right here. You will be getting all the hardware with the seats. These come with the kits. These are from both the mowers. When you put these Grammar seats on, they send you in the kit longer control arms because the seat sits up higher. So longer control arms. So I have those as well. I'm not sending those with the seat. You don't need them. Plain and simple. The only way you need to switch, I mean, that's the stock standard ones that go on the mowers, and that's all you use when you use the regular seats anyway. So, real quick, while I take care of some stuff in here, I'm going to figure out where I'm going to mount you. It has been, I haven't put a video up in a little while. It has been like a 72 hours from living hell. And, not living hell, but it has sucked. It has not been cool at all. Ah, it's warm. Anyway, so as a lot of you guys know, I was leaving Friday for West Virginia with my family. We drove down, and the plan was to have a rental car for me to come back Sunday so that I could mow on Monday. It's been drier than hell. There's almost nothing to mow around here, but I had some other stuff to do as well. So that was the plan. Enterprise Rent-A-Car will not let you leave the state of West Virginia with any of their cars. They say they have real small hubs, so they don't get an influx of cars coming in. If you leave with the car, you have to bring it back to the same location. Well, I wanted to get back because, like I said, I had stuff to do, and my new truck, I ended up finding the heck was wrong with it. Something was wrong with it. Had to go back to the dealer again, and I was telling you guys about that. And it went back on Tuesday. They weren't done with it on Thursday, so it had to come back. They had to take it back, and they were bringing it to me on Monday. We'll get to that in a minute. But so we end up renting the car through Hertz. We called and verified it on Thursday. Good to go. Clarksburg, West Virginia Airport. Car will be waiting there for me at between 8 and 10 a.m. Sunday morning. My wife says, "Are you sure? Because your website says that location is closed on Sundays all day." They said, "Nope, 8 to 10, we have your confirmation." She called again on Friday before we left and confirmed it. They emailed her a confirmation number. Here comes Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. I'm over there at that airport. I'm walking all over through this freaking airport. There ain't a soul alive in there. No TSA office is closed. The security office is closed. The airlines are closed. No Hertz, Avis, and some other rental company. Nobody's at any of them. I'm knocking on doors, and finally this guy comes out, and I swear he looked just like the drunken crop duster guy from Independence Day with the coveralls on. And as soon as I saw him, I'm like, yep, I'm not getting a car today. So we got on the phone with him, and my wife, you know, she usually handles that stuff because I fly off the handle. I get pissed, but I'm a firm believer in holding people accountable to their word. And so I get a little emotional. So my wife called. Well, my wife was dropping F-bombs like they were commas. She doesn't talk like that. And she was mad. And they were like, well, I think you screwed up. It's supposed to be in Parkersburg, West Virginia. And I GPS'd it because they said, well, they're open till 10. The car's waiting there for you. And it was 9 o'clock, and they're open till 10. I GPS'd it. It was like an hour and 36 minutes away. I go, even with my driving, there's no way in hell we're getting there in time. So we went back and forth, fought with them, this and that. I end up telling them to, well, my wife ended up telling them, you know, just reschedule for Monday morning. I'll just get the car, I'll come back Monday. So I get there Monday morning, the car was waiting for me, and my daughter decides she wanted to come back with me instead of staying with my wife and the two boys and coming back Wednesday. They're actually on their way back right now. And so what ended up happening is we jumped in the car and I just boogied. I just hauled ass all the way home. And I get here to Niagara Falls, New York, and to drop the car off, and nobody's there. Nobody. I waited around for about a half hour, and I called, and the customer service said, drop the envelope and the keys right in the drop box, and just leave the car. Okay, fine, done. So I called my neighbor, and he came, picked me and my daughter up. We came home, and my truck was supposed to be here by 5. It wasn't here. Finally gets here like 7. We take the truck. We go up to Fuji Grill. I took her out to eat. And truck was running great, driving like a dream. I get back home. Well, the next day, Tuesday, I go out to do a bunch of mowing and stuff, and there's really nothing to do. And I realized they forgot to bring the WeatherTech floor mats they gave me for the truck, and the commercial plates instead of the regular plates. So she brought those to me, and by that point, I was irritated, and I was like, you know what? Oh, what irritated me even more is when I went out and did that little bit of mowing, I ended up with a flat tire in one of my brand new Carlisle tires on my open trailer. So I did my buddy Ryan, which you guys have seen in my videos, bring me my air caddy. He stopped here at the garage, got my air caddy, brought it to me because my Milwaukee tire compressor I left with my wife, so that if she had any tire issues on the way back without me there, it'd be nice and simple for her. So he brought me that, and I pulled the screw out of the tire, we plugged the tire and filled the tire up, and I came home. The sales girl that I deal with, she came and brought me the floor mats and the plates. I moved the truck for, she left, I moved the truck forward, and I was like, I'm going to the gym. I come in, got cleaned up, and I got ready to go to the gym, and I walk outside, and there's a puddle underneath the truck. That's what the truck went to the dealer for the week before. The caliper was leaking. So, and I'm like, it was the same side. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. So I called her, I'm like, I'm bringing it to the dealer right now. I was like, they're gonna fix it now. I'm tired of dealing with this, you know. And a lot of people have said, you know, you've had some issues with that truck already since you got it, you know. But the thing is it was turned in as a trade-in. They never really went through it because they're not gonna put money into it unless they know they have a buyer, which makes sense. But anyway, I don't judge a dealership by what's wrong with the item I'm getting. I judge it by how they react to my problem. And they have jumped on every single little thing that I have found, no questions asked. They've gone to town on it, just replaced everything brand new. They've thrown in the floor mats for me. They've paid car payments for me already, and I don't even have one due yet. They've paid those for me. They've just gone far and beyond to make things right with me. So anyway, I get up there, and come to find out it wasn't the caliper, it was the rear axle seal was leaking. And I said, listen, I felt a little vibration in the front on my way up here. Will you check that out too, since I'm here anyway? So they fixed the axle seal. Come to find out it needs 2 front shocks, and the front drive shaft that goes from the transfer case to the front axle is bad. So they didn't have the parts for that. They said, we're going to keep it, which I know it's building up the list of stuff I found wrong with this truck, but technically it's like a brand new truck now. They fixed everything. They've put everything in it brand new at no cost to me. So but anyway, so they said, we're going to put you in a rental car, give you a car overnight, and you will we'll bring you your truck tomorrow, and then we'll just pick the car up. And I said, okay. So in the meantime, I'm sitting in the waiting room and I'm looking through my bank statements, and they were supposed to charge me $123 for that car for Hertz from West Virginia to Niagara Falls. And I'm looking, and I have on my bank statement, it's 123, a charge for 100, a charge for 323. Now I'm losing my shit. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this isn't happening to me right now. So I call up Hertz, and they're like, we'll look into it, and we'll call you back. And the lady's like, what time? I'm looking at the time stamps on your paperwork and from our cameras to when you left a location, it got to a location, and she goes, you left West Virginia, Clarksburg, West Virginia at 9:34 in the morning, and you pulled into Niagara Falls Hertz dealership at 2:06 the same day. And I said, what's the problem? She goes, according to our records, that's like a 6.5 hour trip, and your times show that you did it in just over 4.5 hours. So, yeah, what's the problem? You have your car, don't you? I'm like, it's not blown up, it's not crashed, it's there, it's still running. You got your car. So she's like, well, okay, well, I'll look in the records and make sure that, that's the first thing I did was looked it up, because I thought maybe they charged you for another day because you didn't turn it in, but it shows you clearly turned it in. So anyway, that got solved as of this morning. But anyway, at the dealership, now I'm dealing with all that with Hertz, and so that they come out and they tell me that they do their rental cars through Hertz, and I'm like, no, I don't want it. I go, I'll call someone and come pick me up. I don't want shit from that company. I don't want to deal with that company. So they're like, well, we'll give you one of our cars. So they gave me this 2018 Chevy Cruze, which the thing is awesome. I'm not a car guy. I like trucks. I especially don't like little cars. That thing is awesome. It flies, and it has every option. It's so comfortable. Just a beautiful car. But so now I go out and I drive around today in this car to make a list of my properties, because I'm not driving the dually all over the place just to find out how to skip properties. I'm basically taking the mowers out for a walk because I'm not mowing anything. And so I took that car out for a ride, and the dealer called me, the Walker dealer, and said my seats were in. So I ran out and got them, and I just got done putting them on. And now the dealership just called, the Chevy dealership, and told me somebody's on their way with my truck. So hopefully that's it. Hopefully it doesn't go back. This black cloud has been following me, and I cannot even get it to drop a little bit of rain on my lawns. I don't know. It's been very frustrating, very annoying. And my wife had problems this morning with, she had a staple in her tire. It was leaking air. She called AAA about Morgantown, West Virginia area. And AAA came out because, that's what we pay them for. And they won't plug a tire. Apparently it's against their insurance policies. And so they put the donut on, and she went a couple exits up and went to a garage, and they had come to find out it wasn't because of the staple. She has a leaking valve stem. So they fixed the entire tire for her and put it back on, put the donut back inside the car, and now she's on her way home. So hopefully no more issues with her, and she gets home safe with the boys. But it's just been hell. It's been hell the last few days, and that's why I haven't put any videos up. That's why I haven't recorded anything. It's been one thing after the next. And I'm sure I'm probably forgetting something. I almost guarantee I'm forgetting something. But so now I have like 10 properties over the next 2 days I got to go mow. And I'm excited to run these walkers now. Finally with these suspension seats. So we'll see. There'll be more to come on that. But that's it, guys. That long ramble, but that's what's been going on with me. And I figure maybe somebody will get a laugh out of it, because it's just driving me crazy. But hey, you go through good and you go through bad. You just keep going, keep pushing, keep going through it, and that's what I do. And it always gets better on the other side. So I really don't let this stuff get to me. I mean, it bothers me, but only in short spurts, and then within like a few minutes, I'm over it. The problem is the last few days, I'd get over it, and then bam, I'd get hit with something else. But right now everything seems to be folding in, seems to be coming together today. So I don't let stuff get me down, not for long at all. Maybe a quick 15 minutes, I'm over it. So, but that's the deal, and more to come.